I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. This obstacle set in the road, that a result of me setting my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The way that the devil was known, America was never our home. Only a place of continuity, safe facility, hate disfigured me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me, making this labor be draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my gig in the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles to make it official. I'm capturing every crack I'm surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, they go in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the bullet show, we can all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your king will be busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a payback is
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back gon' be Gen 5. I can get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback some bitch in his dress. She a bombshell, just dish served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of man shooters. There was design fire for our babies, the fans doing the damn. My king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They want my jealous, I want brand new pair of fellas.
you see just how it feels. Payback is a payback is
Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my nigga. Yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Ramon with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General YAHANNA. It'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, thank you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talk the shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we U.P.K, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood Listen to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And if my niggas correct me, the commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey.
Check, 1, 2, check.
Hey, hey.
Check. Hey, y'all give me a 1 in the chat box if y'all can hear us clearly, Bob Shaw. Give me a 1 in the chat box if y'all can hear us. Sound loud and clear today, doing. What's that? Check. Hang up there. Hey.
Pando killed the beat.
I don't know who somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum. A gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on the yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe.
Check.
That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander, and Philip, you a convert, so tell me.
Yeah, we about to get started in a second. Hold on.
Don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jew-ish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. U.P.K undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil who is, I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he give them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody trying to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'll punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. Absolute proof. Now, you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it.
Check, check. Check, 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 check. Hold on, hold on. We coming to you. Have a little bit of patience. All right, we good? Everybody good? Hey, shalom. Hey, shalom. Yahweh by Shem Yahshua to the Akim. Yahweh Shema Thumb by Shem Yahweh Shai. To the sisters out there listening. This is the I.S.U.P.K. start out of 1 West, 125th Street, operating under command and journey YAHANNA. We are the only people that are authorized in the earth to teach our people, the so-called Black Hispanics, the truth according to the Bible. We are the servants of Yahweh Shai, you understand? We are sent out to the world to teach the truth. What is the truth? The truth is that everything we've learned about the Bible, history, and religions is a lie, you understand? In fact, all religions, such as Islam, Buddhism, so-called Christianity, are false devices and are used by other nations to separate God's people, which are so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, away from him. You understand? The people of Negro, Indian, Hispanic, Latino descent scattered throughout North, South, Central America, West Indies, all the lost tribes of the nation of Israel, man. Contrary to popular belief, Christ did not come to die for the whole earth, man. But in fact, he only died for the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And who are they? The so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. Today, we have a really huge challenge to overcome in this earth, and that's to beat out all the lies in the earth. You may look at it as just some small things. You may not understand the magnitude of what it is that we do and the truth and trying to find this truth and teach it. But think about all the hardships that you've ever encountered in life. Think of every single one that you've ever been through in life, and I guarantee that you will find the oppressor at the root cause of it, man. At the root cause of it. Every single trial, obstacles that you had to overcome in the earth, look at the oppressor, and I want you to blame him. And blaming the oppressor helps us break free of the mindset of blaming one another. You understand? For all the drugs that are sold in our neighborhoods, yes, our people do those things because we've lost our way in understanding who our God is. You understand? If we get back to learning that and actually listen to the words of the Father, we'll begin to create value in how we treat and what we say to one another. Our relationships will change. You understand? The fathers will be fathers, the mothers will be mothers, the sisters will be sisters, and the brothers will be brothers, and the children will have an opportunity to be what? Children. You understand? This day and age, these children today, we have to grow up fast as Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're like the thing that General Hyman taught about a couple of weeks ago. We're the deer, and we're constantly being hunted. So the deer has to spring up fast. He doesn't have time to lay down. You understand? We have to spring up and be able to run as a wild deer from our birth in this place. What helps us to spring up and run? This truth. This truth is what helps us and guides us and gives us the strength that we need to fight against who? The enemy that is lurking in the bush. You understand? The enemy, he is the real beast of the fields. You understand? And we are the deer that have been lied to, and these lies help us lay down and get attacked so easily. You understand? Without any defense. So Commander Junior Hunter sent his soldiers out to raise up the defense of us, man, at Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. So on days like this, the so-called world is celebrating Christmas. And you know what they're really doing? They're wasting time, man. They're laying down, waiting to be devoured by the beast. And the beast is sitting around. Soon as you open up that Christmas present, which none of the brothers in the U.P.K. done today, none of the sisters in the U.P.K. done today, none of the children in the U.P.K. done today, we are refusing to be easy prey, if I may, low-hanging fruit. And the only way you can have a refusal of being that thing, man, is understanding the importance of what you should be. You get what I'm saying? The only way you have to be able to weigh things out in life. And only in the real scale of being able to weigh things in life is being able to look at what happens when you do the things that everybody else is doing versus doing something different than everybody else, man. You understand? That's what you look at in life. You look at your life and you should be able to tell, like, what did Christmas really mean to me over the years? What did it really mean? And we've seen tons of evidence of how these things that we do on earth, they don't amount to anything. Right. It's just a wasted time. But the things that we do for the Lord, they change your life instantly. You understand? There is no wait time. The minute you decide you want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, your life changes. You become a new creature. You'll be no longer devoured. So your fight then become within yourself. You understand? Your fight then becomes against your father, saying, son, you can't take everything so hard in the Bible. Your fight then becomes against your mother, who says, you gonna let, he already got a wife, you gonna be with him anyway. Your fight then becomes with your children, because guess what? Your children are going to want to celebrate. They're going to want to celebrate Christmas. They want to get the Christmas presents and the Xboxes and all the other things that all the other children on the earth are doing. But guess what all that amount to? A waste of time, man. We want to go into the origin of Christmas tonight. If y'all never tune into a UPK class, I want y'all to understand, let this be the last time you celebrate Christmas if you're out there listening. You understand? Lord willing, this be a spoiler to all your family members that took that same dried damn biscuits and eggs that they like to take pictures of every Christmas morning and send them to you and say, this is what we have for breakfast. Do you ever get invited to breakfast, or you only get the pictures for Christmas? Huh? How many of your family members actually call you up and invite you to go out for breakfast? They don't do that. But what they will do is put you in a group chat on Christmas Day and send you a picture of what they had for Christmas. You understand what I'm saying? This is what this has become. We've become just being able just to glorify the small things in the earth. And I want to get with you tonight, man. I want to go into, where the origin of Christmas come from, all right? And I'm just going to, this is going to be a random Google search. I want to start with something small first, then we're going to go into it, and then we're going to go into the scriptures to back up everything that I'm going to tonight, Lord willing, all right? So I want y'all to hold on, buckle up your seatbelts, because it may be a bumpy ride for some of you Negroes out there. You understand? It just might get bumpy for some of you, and it should be. What happens when a ride is bumpy? You can't be comfortable, huh? You can't fall asleep. If the ride is, you're not riding in a Cadillac. Cadillac is known for its comfort. You know what I'm saying? So you can rock yourself to sleep. And whatever the troubles of the world that are going on, like, you don't feel them. Well, this is not a Cadillac. This is a 1985 Silverado. You understand? Short bed. You're going to feel every bump in the road tonight, Lord willing. You understand? I want to start with, if I may, Bunky, y'all, let's do this. Let's go to winter solstice. Let's look at the winter solstice. What does, let's just look it up, Bible Kushah, winter solstice. And I want to get into a few things. And if anybody have any questions about Christmas or anything, Salakia too. This classroom should be filled tonight. I don't know. If you at home, everybody off tonight. The oppressor has given everybody off tonight. The kids are not in school. You're not working a slave. This YouTube should be filled up right now, Bunky, y'all. It should be standing room only in this classroom tonight. Huh? Because every other day, everybody has an excuse of why they can't come to class. What's your goddamn excuse tonight? Let me know what your goddamn excuse is tonight. However, I understand, though. You're making a choice to serve the oppressor than to serve the Lord, man. I'm seeing who's really down to serving the Lord, man. And it pisses me off. And you should be pissed off. You find a moment in time that your oppressors allows you to be off and you can't get with your brothers or your sisters for a couple of hours. I get it. I get it. And we wonder why the nation of Israel are still standing in line waiting for goddamn Air Jordans. We wonder why the nation of Israel is still standing and waiting for the oppressor to give us some handouts. Is Israel a servant in this goddamn empire? I understand that the oppressor has done a number on me, on us and everybody else, right? But if you happen to turn on the news, turn on your television, you're seeing that China is weaponizing its army to get ready to go to war, and all the other nations are too. Here we are trying to figure out how to not get in class. What type of excuse can I give today so I don't have to be in class? I understand. You don't want to hold yourself accountable. You want to blame it on somebody else. But what happens when the blame comes all the way back around to yourself and what you done with the time that the Lord gave you? Don't be like that. Don't be like the brother that YAHANNA gave the coins to and he buried it. You understand? If you have a gift and you're not using it, you're wasting your time. If you're a brother that loves to teach and do history, you should be in this classroom teaching us all something you've learned in the history. Commander General YAHANNA, this school stands today because he made the sacrifice back then. This truth is here today because somebody made the sacrifice back then. But the earth is celebrating Christmas. But if you're an Israelite in I.S.U.P.K. and you know the truth of the Bible, you should be in class. You can't make the sacrifice tonight to be in class. But I know what will happen. You will call, and when it's time to go party, you'll be there. And I get that. You like that type of fellowship. I want you to be strong. I want us to be warriors and fight for what it is to be right. And days like this, being with a brother or sister that you are close to, that's very important now. Because you don't know what they may be facing when they leave the earth. They may have a family member that has completely disowned them because they don't celebrate Christmas. But you're at home laid up in your drawers. Huh? Talking about how much of a warrior you are. Let's do the work then. We have to do this work together, Akim. Akwatian. All right. So Bunky, Salaki, Salaki about so where we at? Winston Soldiers, Bunky. Come on with it. Young, come on, you grab that mic for Bunky, y'all, for me. Throw it out.
Check. Salaki, if I may, out of one. We got several different sources for the winter solstice, but this one is from AutoEurope.co. Winter solstice is the day during the year with the shortest daylight and thus the longest night. Some ancient cultures saw this period as the last feast before the real winter set in.
So we talking about some ancient cultures, right? And they saw these things as being what? A feast before the what?
The real winter set in.
All right, go ahead, Bunky.
Making food hard to come by. Pagan times saw this event as the rebirth of the sun gods or a new year.
They saw this as the rebirth of the sun god for the new year. These are pagan traditions, the winter solstice. That means they are paying attention to the things the Lord asks us not to make idol of. You understand? Read on.
It says, from here on in, the days would start to become longer. Who celebrates winter solstice? Contrary to popular opinion, winter solstice is not only celebrated in the Western world, in reality, it has formed the basis of many cultures throughout the world, albeit with a different name.
Right. These different names go into what, please, Bunky, y'all?
It says from ancient Rome, Egyptian, Iranian, Japanese, and Germanic backgrounds to Celtic. This celebration has molded much of our world with many of its traditions, such as the Christmas tree.
The what?
The Christmas tree.
Now, Bunky, y'all, you told me all those ancient cultures and those ancient civilizations that you went into, right? Did any of them say Israelite? Did any of them say anything about serving the Lord? What about the birth of Christ? These coaches often remember this day and time simply the coordination of the sun, stars, and the moon. Nothing to do with the birth of Christ, our King. Read on, Baba Kushaw.
Such as the Christmas tree originating from within this pagan event.
This what?
This pagan event.
I thought it was Christianity month, y'all.
This pagan event.
So what are we doing? What are we doing with our time? This is why I say the school should be filled up tonight. If you know that the world is accepting these things as being pagan and they doing this, I need my brothers and sisters tonight to be right here in this classroom or online listening. Because somebody came into the school this day and age and didn't know nothing about the wickedness of Christmas. And they need to see brothers and sisters who understand the importance of being together on nights like this, just like Thanksgiving. So we all can understand why we should be together. You understand? Not doing what we want to do. Drop that bunk, y'all. I don't need to go in there. I just sent you an email, brother Salaki. I sent it to our bunk, y'all. I want to also get into this. If y'all do not know that this time is one of the most dangerous times of the year. That's an article and study that's been done that's going to prove what I'm saying. I didn't do the research. I just happen to know that, guess what? I see a lot of bull crap that go on during this time of year. And guess what? I said, damn, I see that it might be something to it, bunk, y'all. Right. You got it, brother. Did you happen to find the email I sent to you? I just sent it to you. It should be at the top of the list. I sent it to your bunk, y'all email. It goes into why this is the most dangerous time of the year. Death rates peak on Christmas Day. You got that, brother? So, if anybody is this microphone working, Kawal? Anybody listening? Right. Hey, let me know if y'all listening. Y'all give me a 1 in the chat if y'all understanding what we about to go to in this class tonight, Bob Gushaw. I want to know how many of us out here listening online, or what we, I want to know what we're doing. So that way, this is a class, and we all are supposed to be learning. I want to know how many of us are listening. If you're online tonight, go ahead and share this class. Take the time out, hit the comment, like, subscribe, and share the class, Baba Kushaw. Okay, I think Kawal got it.
Pull it up if you want.
Yeah, okay, Kawal, if you want to. It should be the first email I got. Everybody listening? We good? Everybody? Okay. All right. Who we got in here tonight, Kawal?
Quick roll call. Of course, we have Sister Arba in the chat tonight.
Most High in Christ.
Officer Quadam in the building.
Most High in Christ.
Of course, Brother Reggie here in the building himself. We also have, let me see who that is right there. We got Sister Kalaya Pa in the building.
Most High in Christ.
We got Trooper Darash.
There we go.
Trooper Qadar in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Bayana in the building also.
Okay. And Most High in Christ. Yeah, the usual suspects. If y'all could go ahead and share these classes. You go share the class while your family members are sending you them dry pictures of they dry eggs and them same dusty biscuits. Share this class with them.
All right, we got Sister Barwa in the building too.
Sister Barwa, shalom, sis. Share this class with your folks. Put it in their group chat that they put you in, talking about how good their Christmas was. Right. So we can really spoil it in the name of the Lord, man.
That's right.
We want to get into this article, man, and talk about how dangerous this time of year is, right? And we're going to dive deep into it. Then we're going to get into the scriptures and what thus says the Lord, okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and we're going to rock and roll. We're going to answer, Lord willing, we're going to answer any question tonight, Kawal.
That's right.
In any questions that you may have that pertain to the celebrating of Satan and his holidays. Huh? Let's go.
This is according to dailymail.com. Why this is the most dangerous time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Death rates peak on Christmas Day.
Death rate do what?
Death rates peak on Christmas Day.
Monkey, I thought they said it was about us coming together as a family. I thought it was about us being together and really bringing in the joy of the new year. But what happens this time of year, Bunky, y'all?
Death rates peak on Christmas Day.
So when we talk about the loss of life, that means there are some people that are being separated, Bunky, y'all. That means you're going to lose some so-called loved ones during this time of year. And at an all-time high. Let's find out why, though.
some bullet points.
Mhm.
Highest death rates are on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and New Year's Day. Includes increase in deaths from cancer and circulatory problems. The figures hold true for all age groups except for children.
Except for who?
Except for children.
Except for who?
Except for children.
These figures hold true except for children. So we end up losing our lives to satisfy snotty-nosed little kids with the belief of Christmas is something real.
Right.
You shouldn't celebrate Christmas because you shouldn't believe in lies. And it goes against what thus says the Lord. Go ahead, brother.
Says trend could be caused by stress, overindulgence, or cold weather.
Hold on. Oh, well, you threw it. By stress, overindulgence, or cold weather. I've known this to be true when we talk about American literature, right? Usually the first word that is given is usually has the highest content of what's in it, right? Just like ingredients, right? If you look at a bottle of something that has some ingredients in it, the first word or the first ingredient is usually the most abundant or the most prevalent in the item that you're looking at, right?
That's right.
So we're looking at the loss of life during Christmas time. Let's contribute it to the first word, which is what? Stress. Now, why would stress be associated with Christmas? Anybody riddle me that online? Somebody please tell me, why would stress be associated with the loss of life during Christmas? Anybody know? What you got, young man Reggie? Why would you think stress be on there? What makes Christmas so damn stressful? You get all these days off of work, right? So what makes it so goddamn stressful?
Because I believe the parents trying to give their children gifts and stuff, so it be so stressful to them when they're trying to get them, but they can't get them and stuff, and one thing lead to another, and before you know it, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a bunch of chaos.
Yeah. So now you said something that's real strong, brother. Get a brother a hand, man.
Yeah, so right.
You said there's nothing wrong with being able to give your child something, but trying to give your child something that you don't have is what creates the stress. That's something. That's the lives of so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians in this empire. If you're not selling out, you understand?
Right.
That's us. It creates stress. Can anybody else give me another reason why you would be stressed out in the most wonderful time of the year? Hello? Come on, Bunk, y'all. Read.
Salakia. It says, but researchers think it's most likely to be due to reduced access to healthcare in short-staffed hospitals. Here's the article. People are more likely to die at Christmas than at any other time of the year, a study shows.
Hold on. I want to make sure that they're listening online. Is there a way that I can is there a button on YouTube that I can press that say Negroes are listening to what is being said in class? Can we add that? If there's an emoji somewhere on this damn screen that I can hit that say Negroes are paying attention to what's been said in class. There ain't no button on that, Kawhi? Okay, let's go. Maybe I'll just take the comments then.
Right.
Yeah, that signifies that somebody is listening.
That's right.
All right. So come on, Kawhi. What they got, brother?
We got Sister Arba said one reason could be spending money on gifts you can't afford. Sister Bayana said we should not be doing it in the first place. And Triple Daraj said don't have any family to be around during this time frame. And also Sister Arba said missing loved ones.
That's why you should be here with us. That's why you have to be with your brothers and sisters, not just on days like this. That's why the Lord says gather yourselves together, because he understands what the world is asking us to do. What is required of us to do to be a part of the world versus what's required of us to be a part of the Most High in Christ. Obedience is required for us to be, you know what I'm saying, to be in here. To be in the world, ain't nothing required, huh? Nothing is required. You can do whatever that you want to do. Let's get into this article, Baba Kashar.
Come. U.S. researchers examined death certificates and discovered that people have the highest chance of death on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and New Year's Day. They found this to be true of people who died of natural causes, including circulatory problems, respiratory disease, and cancer.
Mm-hmm.
The researchers from the University of California, San Diego say the figures hold true for people of all ages except for children. CNN reports. A study conducted in Britain this year also revealed people taken to hospital as an emergency on Christmas Day are more likely to die than they would be on other days, including weekends.
Good, nice. So that means on the weekend, you're short of staff bunker, y'all, right? But that means, check this out, on Christmas Day, you're still short of staff.
Right.
So that means one or two things. People are not even paying attention to you at all on Christmas Day, y'all. That's right. Shalom, shalom. You understand? That's crazy to me. How many, by show of hands, do y'all have ever had a family member that got sick around this time of year? Anybody online ever had a family member that got sick around this time of year? Read on, Bunker, yo.
However, there are many theories. Salakia. It says the researchers led by David Phillips, a professor of sociology, do not know exactly why people are more likely to die over Christmas.
I do. Us that's in the I.S.U.P.K, we do. Right. Who don't know, Bunker, y'all?
The researchers.
The researchers don't know. So what the hell they paying them for? You sit in the class one day in here during this time of year, you'll find out why people are losing their life during this time of year. Right. Because they're being disobedient. You understand?
That's right.
And the Lord is doing it. The Lord is doing it. He doesn't want us to be celebrating these days, man. But we'll buy into the lie that what? It's all about family coming together. Is that the end of that, Bunker, y'all? Please read.
It says, however, there are many theories. Some believe it could be because people experience more stress.
More what?
More stress.
Some believe that more people experience more stress. Read on.
And sometimes more sadness at Christmas.
More sadness. I think Sister Araba said that, missing your loved ones, not being around family. But why the hell are they sad, though? If this is the most wonderful time of the year, then why are they so sad, Quadon? What happened? I thought the gifts was enough to make us smile.
Salakia said it's like they say they so happy, but you think about it, you got to struggle just to buy them Christmas presents.
You know what? I think it's more than that. You know what I think it is? I think that there's a stress that comes when you live a lie. You understand? That there's a natural stress that comes when you live a lie. Right. When you live in the truth, guess what? You don't feel the sweaty palms or the sweat that comes from when you know you're telling a lie. Right. You understand? Right. There's a stress that comes with being a criminal and getting pulled over by the cops versus the stress that comes when you're not a criminal and getting pulled over by the cops. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? You smell what I'm cooking. You see what I'm saying? That's a stress that comes with Christians because you're a goddamn criminal, man. You understand? You're stealing, essentially. You're serving Satan. You understand? It's idol worship, and you don't even know it. That's what you're feeling. You're feeling the Lord is pulling something on you to say, you know what? This Christmas ain't what it cracked up to be, man. That's right. The Christmas ain't what it cracked up to be. Auntie Mary cooking these greens with all these ham hocks, and they swear it's so good, and you just got a double portion of it and wonder why you're sweating. Huh? Wonder why your feet them again. You got to untie your shoes. Oh, wait a minute, yeah. Let me untie my shoes. Right. Huh? Your blood sugar rushing up. It's 3,000 over 200. You do the little thing that you poke yourself and put it on the little thing. They do the blood, and the thing go to vibrate. You know what I'm saying? It go to melting down, Buck, y'all. Your blood's so toxic. The little thing just pop. You in there eating, you gotta undo your pants. I gotta go back and get another portion. I can't. That red velvet cake. It's gonna be the death of me. You're right. You're exactly right, brother. It is. It will be. That's what the article is about, right? Read on, Bunker, y'all, please.
Says Andrew Meacham, an obituary writer, told CNN, "We are always getting a slew of obits this time of year."
Getting a slew of what?
Obituaries this time of
A
year.
slew of obituaries, man. So this empire get rich off you celebrate something that's taking your life.
That's right.
That's one thing that they said. It's two businesses that you should go into if you never want to be broke. That taxes and mortuary affairs.
That's it.
Come on, Buck.
Salaki, I just saw Mitch Colvin in the damn Range Rover the other day.
Come on now.
Salaki.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all ain't familiar with Colvin,
Yeah.
funeral service or mortuary services, and the mayor of Fayetteville, Salaki.
Come on now. Stay full.
Right big.
Ryan big. Keep reading, brother.
I noticed this happened pretty regularly, so I did call around to funeral directors to see if they believe there was an uptick too.
How did I see? Now I only read a little bit of it. God, like, this gonna blow their socks off in class. I didn't read all the way down into it, but they called the funeral director and say, you know what? I want to do the Hamites celebrate Christmas? Do them Africans celebrate Christmas? They do. How? They got is Santa Claus going through Kenya with no shoes or socks on? Huh? Is he? I would the reindeer just be all anorexic. Huh?
Good night.
Why do these other coaches buy into this thing, man? Because they all love lies, man. Right. They all love the loss of life. You understand? They don't want to live out. During this time of year, like you said, you're dealing with depression, all type of stress, all type of anxiety that people have to deal with because they don't have. Right. Read on, Bunkyo.
Con. It says, I've written many stories about a spouse or a partner dying, and then you see the remaining partner die within hours or days or weeks or months. To me, there seems to be a correlation between body and mind here. Dr. Phillips studied deaths among people with Alzheimer's. He found there were more cardiac-associated deaths during the Christmas holidays.
During the what, Bunkyo?
During the Christmas holidays.
Do we need to go any further? Do you think, do we get the gist of what's being said? Read the title again for me, Buck. Y'all go back to the top and let's read the title so that we can move on.
Why this is the most dangerous time of the year.
Christmas is the most dangerous time of the year. Read on.
Death rates peak on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and at New Year.
Now, I did not write this title. These are the things that researchers have looked into, and they found out that during this time of year, a lot of people lose their life, man. A lot of people lose their life. Do me a favor, Kawal. Look up Saturnalia for me. Then I want to run down these couple of terms that we're used to using, and then we're gonna get all the way into these scriptures. Get all the way into the scripts. All the way into it.
All right, this is Saturnalia. It says, let me get this off my screen first of all.
Okay, you two are.
It says an ancient Roman festival.
An ancient Roman festival, come on.
And holiday in honor of the god Saturn.
And wrong. Go ahead, brother.
Held on December 17th of the Julian calendar and later expanded with festivities throughout the 23rd December. The holiday was celebrated with a sacrifice at the temple of Saturn.
At the sacrifice at the who?
Temple of Saturn.
Come on.
In the Roman Forum, and a public banquet followed by a private gift-giving continual party and a carnival atmosphere that overturned Roman social norms. Gambling was also permitted, and masters providing table services for their slaves, as it was seen as a time of liberty.
For their who?
For their slaves.
For their who?
For their slaves.
Christmas is the time for their who?
Slaves.
The gift givings is the time for their who?
Slaves.
All the customs that they talk about in this time of year are for the who?
Slaves.
So if you're celebrating Christmas, I want you to know something. The origin of all of it stems from us being what? Slaves, man. In servitude. You're doing these things simply because your slave master, the oppressor, says it's okay for you to do it. If you were free, our Father said, learn not the ways of the heathen. And if we do what our Father says to do, then we would not be putting these Christmas trees up or these lights or singing these songs that we call, deck the halls. These things would not be happening if we learn to follow God instead of following the traditions of men. But the earth allows and says it's okay to do these things without going and doing the research on it. Just go look it up. These are not my words. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into what thus says the Lord and what everybody else is doing. That's the end of that, Kawal.
They have a little bit more. It says, a common custom was an election of a king of the Saturnalia who gave orders to people, which were followed by presided over merrymaking. The gifts exchanged were usually gag gifts of small figures made of wax or pottery, known as sigularia. The poet Catalyst called this the best of days.
All right, so we understand that. So let's do this. Let's go into the Bible, right? Since they say it's about us coming together as family and things like that, I want to get into it tonight. Let's go to the book of Proverbs 8 and 36, Bible Kashaw.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
Right. All them that hate the Most High love what?
They love death.
So let me break this thing down to you. You know that celebrating Christmas is a sin according to the Lord, right? We just proved to you that these are days that the heathen celebrate. That's why the scripture says what? Learn not the way of the heathen, right? And we're gonna get all the way to in Jeremiah where he goes into and breaks it down. But read that verse again for me, Darash.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 36. But he that sinneth against me.
But he that sins. So what is sin? Transgression against the law. Right. So if you're doing these things against what the law says or what the law, statutes, and commandments said, you are sinning, right? He that sinneth against me, go ahead.
Wrongeth his own soul.
So while you thinking you're celebrating Christmas, you're doing what to your soul?
Wrongeth his own soul.
When you're passing out these gifts talking about his family and it's all about us coming together, you are doing what?
Wrongeth his own soul.
So you had to cook that ham and that turkey. That's what you cook. You cook them chitterlings and that apple pie, them apple turnovers, that custard, that sweet potato pie. You didn't do it in the name of the Lord. You did it in the name of Christmas, man. That's a sin against the Lord. Which is what, Darash? You're what? Wrongeth
his own soul.
Read on, Baba Kushaw.
All they that hate me love death.
So what is this saying? The fact that you're celebrating Christmas shows that you do not love the Most High, man. You understand? You don't love it. So Bunker, y'all just so eloquently read an article that said during this time of year is a peak season for loss of life. And because you celebrate Christmas, you must love to be unalive. As to why the research study says what, Bunker, y'all? That this is not the most wonderful time of the year. Can't be, right? Bunky, I'll just send you another article, Brother Show. I sent it to your Gmail. If you could read through it, drop that, Darash. Let's read on. If it can't go both ways, basically what I'm trying to say. You can't have it both ways. It can't. If you're gonna be an Israelite and you're gonna be a part of this family, then you can't sin. You can't be a part of this family and celebrate Christmas as well. Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. I'm not sure if anybody on TikTok or any other social media platform have ever heard of this, but you can just Google this. This is common knowledge. This is practical knowledge. There are things that we do and celebrate from day to day that have nothing to do with God, man, or his son, Yahawashi, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. You understand?
That's right.
All right, so drop that. Darash, go me Deuteronomy 30 and 19, Baba Kushaw.
Kind of kind.
Is there a specific place in this article?
You find the hot spot for me, Baba Kushaw.
Because it's touching on everything.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it, Lord willing. Come on, Darash.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 19.
Uh-huh.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing.
Okay, come on.
Therefore, choose a life that both thou and thy seed may live.
So what is this talking about? What is this talking about? It's going right back into the article that we just read. If you're choosing to celebrate Christmas, you are choosing what? To lose your life, man. This is the peak season that people are losing their lives. They said the funeral home directors have noticed an uptake in numbers during this time of year. Why? Because they're choosing death, man. The verse says it's recorded in this time that he set before you what? Blessings and curses. Why aren't we choosing the blessings? But guess what they will put on a Christmas card, Quadam? Happy New blessings and what they put on them dumb Christmas cards every year? Blessings and thanks. The reason for the season. And then what they put on the goddamn card? Huh? What'd he say? What'd you say, sis? Seasons cheer. While the article says what, Bunker, y'all? We are dying at an alarming rate during this time of year. Right. So what's so goddamn cheerful about it when our families are dying because they're being disobedient to the Father? That's what it boils down to. Why you think about so many brothers and sisters that have promiscuous sex during this time of year? Why? Why? For a gift? You dating this girl all year. You've been buying all type of nice things, and to find out on Christmas Day, she don't call you on that day. You find out something real quick then. Damn, what's she at? I've been calling her all day. She probably got me some nice for Christmas. You a goofball, not knowing that she with the man who she whatever.
Right.
You don't know that. You get the shirt and it's too big. Like, wait a minute. You know my size, don't you? She went to go get the other boyfriend the gift, but he was with his boyfriend. Huh? Right. She mad because she done pulled up on Robert and Gerald and they hugging and celebrating Christmas together. So she mad. Now she got to go back to you. Hey, babe, this shirt don't fit. Oh, yeah. You wonder why she mad at you on Christmas. Man, it supposed to be Christmas.
Right.
Huh? These are the things that we find out about our relationships. And in this time of year, it creates what? Stress. Those relationships that you thought were so special, you find out they are not as special as you thought they were during this time of year. You thought you was gonna get that big old nice Range Rover, but you didn't know. Nah, he didn't have it this year, love. Nah. Come on, Bunk, y'all. Let's read this thing before I say something on me.
We have the origins of Christmas and its symbols. Traditional winter solstice celebrations existed.
Hold on, the what? Traditional what?
Winter solstice.
Then we just read that article earlier about the winter solstice, right? So we going into another article that talks about the winter solstice. Come on, Bunker, y'all.
Salakia. The winter solstice marked a time of both hardship and celebration for many ancient cultures around the world.
There it goes again.
It could be one of humankind's oldest ritual commemorations, celebrating the sun's rebirth. Archaeologists have traced the winter solstice commemoration back to the Neolithic era, circa 10,200 BC, when it may have been a special moment of the annual cycle of the year.
Come on, Bunk, y'all.
Astronomical events, which during ancient times controlled the mating of animals, sowing of crops, and metering of winter reserves between harvests, show how various cultural mythologies and traditions have arisen. This is attested by physical remains in the layouts of late Neolithic and Bronze Age archaeological sites, such as Stonehenge in Britain and Newgrange in Ireland.
Come on with it.
The primary axes of both of these monuments seem to have been carefully aligned on the sight line pointing to the winter solstice sunrise, Newgrange, and the winter solstice sunset, Stonehenge.
Y'all know what Stonehenge is, right? Now you know where it comes from. While they'll tell you we don't know how the ancients built the Stonehenge, they were doing it because they was worshiping idols, man. The stars, the suns, and the moons. But you don't know that while you're looking at your what you call it, your horoscopes.
Right.
That's what it is, horror. Read on, Bokashaw.
The winter solstice, being the shortest daylight day of the year, has been a focal point in the worship of pagan deities.
A pagan who?
Pagan deities.
Come on.
In that it's centered around the sun being at its lowest ebb, apparently near death.
Come on.
At this time of the year and needing to be reborn, for the ancient pagan peoples, it is the time when forces of chaos.
Time of what?
Is the time when the forces of chaos would stand against the return of light and life, must be defeated by the sun gods with the assistance of the people through ordained religious rituals.
Come on.
When the sun began its northward trek in the sky and days began to grow longer again, pagans celebrated the winter solstice by burning the Yule log.
The Yule log. Y'all ever heard of that? You never heard of the Yule log?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. It's going down. Come on, Bunk, y'all.
Traditional winter solstice celebrations existed in many ancient cultures. The Roman feast of Saturnalia, honoring the god Saturn, was a week-long December feast that included the observance of the winter solstice.
So this has nothing to do with Christ, man. Read.
At the Saturnalia, all classes of people exchanged gifts.
They did what, Bunk, y'all?
All classes of people exchanged gifts.
Come on.
The commonest being wax tapers or candles and clay dolls. These dolls represented original sacrifices of human beings. The Romans also celebrated the lengthening of days following the solstice by paying homage to Mithras.
Mithras, this is what I want to get to. Come on.
An ancient Persian god of light.
God of light, come on.
December 25th.
December what?
December 25th.
December what?
December 25th.
What is today, Quadam? What it says, now we about to get to it. December what?
December 25th.
What did he say, sis? He said December 25th, right? You heard that, right? Come on, Bunk, y'all. Let's go.
December 25th was the day originally determined in the Roman Empire as the winter solstice in 46 CE. And the celebration of the birthday or nativity of the sun. And it was not until much later that a calendar revision changed it to December 21st. But regardless of the calendrical change, the significance and festivities that had been centered on that day remained.
Stop. Does it go down into the birth? Does it go into Nimrod? And then we're going to eat this thing all the way up.
Let me see.
If not, somebody find that for me. Find that for me, Barbara Kashaw. I don't know if I sent you that one. So we already have identified where this day comes from. Oh, the Mithras right there, ain't it? Yeah, the sun god. Y'all go look these things up. If you really cared about what you do with your time and your life and the stress that is in your life for no particular reason, go look these things up. Go look it up. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Then we're going to get all the way into it. And I'm going to go into the scriptures and talk about how these things have always been done in the earth, man. Go into it, Bunky. How you find it?
Let me see. Salakia.
Drop that. Hold on. I'm gonna do it the other way then. Let me do it the way I know how to do it. You found something? Hold tight. Don't go into it. Somebody give me Ezekiel 8 and 13, Baba Kashaw. Go to Ezekiel 8 and 13. You got it, Darash? You got it? Mm-hmm. Everybody here with me, right?
Mhm.
And Bunky, I'm gonna need you to. This is gonna be hot, so we're gonna drop this one. So we already know what Mithras is, the Persian god of light. Had nothing to do with the Bible, right? And they always talk about the winter solstice. People believe in what in the Most High. We don't pay attention to what the sun and the moon is doing. We do. We still be obedient. You ready for him, Darash?
Khan.
Please, come on.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 8 and verse 13.
Mhm.
He said also unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see great abominations that they do.
Right. So the great abominations that they do, he's talking about our people, right? And this day and age, you go back and read the beginning of the chapter. It talks about how Ezekiel was the breaking down the things we were supposed to do as the different tribes that are upon the earth when the Lord said, this is what we're supposed to be doing, right? But they going read that verse again, Darash.
He said also unto me, turn thee yet again.
So this was the vision that Ezekiel was having, right? And in the visions, he said, turn thee again, and read on.
And thou shalt see great abominations that they do.
So let's find out the things that they do, right? Read on.
Verse 14. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house,
okay,
which was toward the north. And behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz.
Weeping for who?
Tammuz.
Weeping for who?
Tammuz.
Now, why are they weeping for Tammuz? So the only thing I can say is let's find out who Tammuz is in the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary. Let's find out who these things is. The abominations that these women were doing. The Bible is real, right? And then Monkey, I want you to look up Nimrod and Tammuz, Baba Kushah.
I got something on Nimrod right
now. You already got it. Hold tight. So let's find out who Tammuz is, Baba Kushah. Y'all still with me online?
So this is the Zondervan Compact Dictionary definition of Tammuz.
Please.
A fertility god.
Who?
A fertility god.
A what?
A fertility god.
Come on.
Widely worshipped in Mesopotamia, Syria, and Palestine.
So this not just one civilization. This is a few, right? Palestine, Syria. Oh my God! In Mesopotamia, y'all do know what was in Mesopotamia, right? That was the Babylonian Empire, right? Y'all do know that, right? Just a little bit of history. You know, this is the history class, Bunker, y'all. Come on with it, brother.
Equivalent to Osiris.
Equivalent to who?
Osiris.
Osiris was he a part of Israel? Hey, who was Osiris? These are Egyptian gods, if I'm not mistaken, right? Go ahead, brother.
In Egypt.
And who?
In Egypt.
Oh, did they say Israel? Oh, come on.
And Adonis of the Greeks.
So why are Israel, our women, weeping over Tammuz? Read, please.
It says his consort was the goddess Ishtar, Astarte, or Ashtaroth. The only mention of him in the Bible occurs in connection with the custom of women mourning for him, Ezekiel 8:14.
So we reading that now, right? That's the end of that?
It says, which being observed at the very gate of the temple of the true God seemed to profit one of the most abominable idolatries.
One of the what?
The most abominable idolatries.
Oh, you know what that is, right? Serving another God, man. Read that for me, Bunk. Y'all read what you got, brother.
Salak, if I may.
Well, let's see what everybody else say who Tammuz is and Nimrod, Baba Kushah. Come on.
It says Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz, the myths behind
Hold
the
on,
myth.
stop. You read that so fast.
Salak.
I don't even think they even understand what's going on. The Bible just said that it was an abomination for the women to be mourning over Tammuz. It was a god over what? Fertility. Who's the god of all fertility? The most high power. You understand? His name is Yahweh. So what the hell is a Tammuz, a Nimrod? You understand? That's how far we've gotten off the path of serving the Lord. Even then. Read on, Bunker, y'all.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the definition of each of these characters.
Please.
Nimrod, the great grandson of Noah, through the line of Cush, according to Genesis 10 and 8. Nimrod is described in Genesis 10, 8 through 12 as the first on earth to be a mighty man. The beginning of his kingdom is said in Genesis passage to be Babel, Erech, and Akkad in the land of Shinar.
Shinar, the plain of Shinar,
Mhm.
right? You see, these are the things that we all know. The Bible is real. Please, Bunk, y'all.
Semiramis or Samu Ramat, more famously known as Semiramis, was the queen regent of the Assyrian Empire, and she reigned 811 to 806 BCE, who held the throne for her young son, Adad Nerari III, until he reached maturity. She is also known as Shamaramat or Samuramat. Then we have Tammuz.
Come on.
Tammuz was the son of Queen Semiramis, born after the death of his father, Nimrod, who built both Babel and Nineveh, according to Genesis chapter 10, verse 8.
Y'all do remember the story of Nineveh, don't you? Huh? Y'all do remember that, right? Who was supposed to go down to Nineveh and tell them that if they wouldn't stop doing what they're doing, that the Lord was going to destroy it?
Salakia, Jonah.
Come on, man. Y'all see this, right? So while the people out there say that they read the Bible, they don't read the Bible. The brothers in the UPK under Commander General, we do extensive research to make sure we bring our people this truth, man.
That's right.
We should be eating this thing up. And it signifies how much your life means. You understand what I'm saying? Like the brothers in here take the time out to teach you the truth about the woes of this earth and how we should change from our wickedness. Because what this says is this is history. And we've seen throughout history how it's contorted for us to sin against our Lord. And they do it through what? Things that we desire, things that we want, the things that we don't have. Everybody want to have a good time. We want to drink and be merry, but the Lord gave us a time to do it. He gave us the Passover. He gave us Feast of Tabernacles. You understand? He gave us high holy days specifically designed for who? For you. For us. So why are we chasing after these days that don't mean anything to us? Mean anything to the Lord? And sending your people, you and your wife wearing matching pajamas with candy canes with the butt out. And you don't even know why. You don't even question, why am I doing this? Why do we do the things that we do? Because we don't know. And we do it out of fear. We're afraid that somebody that's going to have something that we don't have. You're afraid of missing out. What? Because you didn't get invited to the Christmas party? Because somebody got the last piece of chicken? You wanted the dressing with the collard greens and the yams. For what? To run your blood pressure sky high. Your sugar diabetes got you blind. You can't even drive. You gotta, let me sit down. Go get me the apple cider vinegar, baby. You know this, huh? It's all about the family getting together. It's a lie. And that's what brings families together, food and chicken. Well, damn it. That's why the Lord said do this often. That's why we have to eat together. You understand? That's what it's talking about. Come on, Bunk, y'all. Salakia.
Salakia, if I may. There's several different origin stories with respect to the, Nimrod and Ramses and Tammuz. This particular instance says two key figures in the origin of Christmas are Nimrod, a great grandson of Noah.
The origin of what, Bunk, y'all?
Christmas.
The origin of what, Bunk, y'all?
Christmas. Are Nimrod, a great grandson of Noah, and his mother and wife, Semiramis.
Semiramis, come on.
Who also known as Ishtar and Isis.
Ishtar and Isis. These are all deities of Egypt, right? Read on.
Nimrod, known in Egypt as Osiris, was the founder of the first world empire at Babel, later known as Babylon.
As what?
Babylon.
That's why we have. Listen, I don't know what else to tell. If you're out there listening, Christmas is against the Lord. You understand?
That's right.
Has nothing to do with the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indians. If you celebrated Christmas, you hate the Lord. And if you hate the Lord, you love death. That's the parallel. Can we do simple math? 1 + 1 is what? 2, right? You celebrate Christmas, you hate the Lord, right? I don't know what else to tell you. Are we y'all picking up what I'm putting down, right? I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to make it even more plain. So when the Christian church celebrate Christmas, you should know it's a lie. Your grandmother tell you she bought you something for Christmas, tell her to keep it. Stop believing in the fairy tales of life so you can begin to really live. Because everything that we do, there's a reason why we do the things that we do in the earth. But it cannot be traditions of men. We have to learn to follow the word of the Lord, man. Look into the Bible and ask yourself, what is it that my purpose is on here on earth? I guarantee it has nothing to do with Christmas, man. I guarantee has nothing to do with the givings of gifts. That's it on that bunk, y'all.
Sir.
Come on with it.
It says from ancient sources such as the Epic of Gilgamesh.
The Epic of who?
Gilgamesh.
Come on.
And records unearthed by archaeologists from long-ruined Mesopotamian and Egyptian cities.
Mesopotamia or Egyptian cities. You got to remember, these things come down. They look at different cultures throughout the years and say, you know what? These people followed this. How can I keep them happy and rob them blind? They look at Babylon, the Babylonian Empire, and see the gods that they served and say, you know, I'm going to pass them down to these people.
That's right.
They look at Mesopotamia, the plain of Shinar, Egypt, and see what all these things that had people up, you know, they look at the greatest empires that's been erected on the earth, and they pass those things down generation after generation. Here's why we're here in America today. That's it. Ain't nothing special about it. That's why these names keep changing throughout the years, bunker, y'all. These things are just passed down generation after generation after generation. And they all are gifted and wrapped and with a bow, and they give it to you. And because we're depressed, because we're stressed, because we don't know what right is, we don't know what wrong is, we don't know who our Father is, we don't know who our gods are, so we seek after things that the world accepts. And because we don't want to be left out, because we're slaves in this empire, guess what we do? We do what everybody else is doing. Everybody else is laughing and shucking and jiving, and guess what? You don't want to be left out. You see, it takes real strength to know that everybody else is having a Christmas party, and you pack up your bags and you walk out the goddamn door, man. It takes real strength to do that. To know your family is laughing and joking, and they ha ha ha. But you got to be strong, God. You got to be strong to block out the noise of this world and know who the real God is this earth is, man. And know what he requires. It takes a lot of strength. So when brothers and sisters come into this truth, you better treat them like you better give it up. You better watch your goddamn mouth when you talk to brothers and sisters when they come into this school, man. Watch your mouth. Because you don't know what they're having to give up to be in here, man. You understand? There's a father out there or a mother who's talking trash about the day you begin to serve the Lord instead of serving yourself. And they hate you for it. So watch your damn mouth, man. You treat a brother like a brother. You treat your sister like a sister. Because you don't know what she's facing. You don't know what he's facing. That's why the Bible says, gather yourselves together. Because there's a word out there that is secretly trying to destroy you. That's been passed down generation after generation after generation. And you know what they use it for? To keep us enslaved in our mindset. Huh? It keeps us hating each other. You think Christmas is something that pushes us together? Christmas creates stress. We said that earlier, bunker, y'all. You start to think about what your Christmas used to be. I thought about it today. I said, damn. I said, what did I really miss out on in Christmas? I think I may have had one good Christmas. I got a radio. And everything else was peppermint and socks. That's all I got. I don't remember nothing else, Quadon. Don't come in here looking around talking about what you want for Christmas. We ain't got it. Man, but you think about some of the best time that you ever had in life of being around your family and friends. It had nothing to do with nothing. It was just y'all being together. And that's what the Lord wants. He wants us to be able to be together and enjoy one another, young man Reggie. You understand? He wants us to be able to have kids and they run around and play for no reason at all, just for to be able to run around and play. That's why I love the brothers in here, man. You understand? Because we come together and we eat just because we want to eat. Huh? Kawal, hey, what we doing? I don't know. You want to eat? Kawal, yeah, we want to eat. Kawal, shit. What we doing it for? I don't know. We just doing it. You understand? Kodon, what you doing, man? I'm learning. Zion is a recipe you taught me, brother. I'm on the grill right now. What you celebrating? Yeah, we just eating. We doing it because we love each other, man. Not because some high holy day. You want to call a brother? Just don't call me on no goddamn Christmas. I'm gonna know you're up to some shenanigans. You gonna mess around and piss me the hell off. Call me because you want to talk to me. You understand? Just call, just see how I'm doing, young man, Rich. What's up, man? What's going on with you? Ain't nothing. What you doing, nothing? Nothing. Yeah, I'm just watching the game. Yeah, all right, then cool, brother. We good. What? That's what I'm saying, Quadon. Anybody disagree with me on TikTok, Quadon? I thought so. They probably on the verge of on the way to the hospital from the stress of trying to celebrate this God forbidden day. You understand? Yeah. Chitlin and hog moth. Man, brother. But I understand when you don't know how you are destroying your life, you will continue down that path until the Lord put it right in front of your face where you can't run from it no more. And that's why the preaching prophets of the Lord and UPK are so strong, because we represent that wall that you bump into. That you, brother, what you supposed to eat if you ain't gonna eat no pork? You can eat turkey, brother. You can eat beef. What about Christmas? What about the kids, man? You mean you gonna tell me you gonna go against the Lord for your children? What about the virgin birth? Nah, brother, YAHANNA came to this earth just like you did. Somebody was stroking. Salakia. For my language. Yeah, everybody get it, right? And was that the end of that bunker, y'all? I was hoping somebody had some questions online about Christmas. Ain't anybody saying anything about Christmas on that Kawal. I know, because the truth is something you got to wrestle with. Come on, Bunk, y'all.
It says after Nimrod's death, circa 2167 BC, Semiramis promoted the belief that he was a god. She claimed that she saw a full-grown evergreen tree spring out of the roots of a dead tree stump.
She the only one that seen it, huh? Oh, look, he's back. That's what they do in the earth, right? They tell us all type of lies to have you believe in it. Right. To me, that word of mouth was just as evil as the internet can be sometimes. Right. People say things on the internet all the time. You go look it up. It is not true. That's right. But let's read about this lie that she told the people about this evergreen. Can anybody think of a thing that we do that represents the evergreen in the earth? Go ahead, Bunky, y'all.
Symbolizing the springing forth of new life for Nimrod. On the anniversary of his birth, she said, Nimrod would visit the evergreen tree and leave gifts under it. His birthday fell on the winter solstice at the end of December.
What is it a coincidence that these things are all centered around what? The winter solstice? I've never been the smartest brother in the classroom. You understand me, Kudo? The teacher called on me while I put my head down. I get the coffee. She'd be like, could you? I get the coughing, Kudo. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm about to embarrass myself. But it feels so, the amount of confidence that the Lord has allowed me to have from knowing the truth, brother, it's earth-shattering. You understand? It is earth-shattering because it's nothing worse than to struggle with something and you don't even know why. But when you have the truth, everything is plain. It's plain. You got what's right and what's wrong. What's life and what's death. You understand? What represent the Most High and what represents Satan. You understand? And we know who the evilest person is on the word in the earth. Is evilest a word? I'm gonna run with it. Say, yeah. Hey Google, is evilest the word?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah, I didn't think it was, but nevertheless, I'm gonna rock with it. Come on, bud. Y'all, stop. Did we just not read the? And the Lord said it was a what? It was an abomination, man. This history, I ain't making this. This the Babylonian Empire. Semiramis talking about her sons, Horus, Tammuz, and here it is in the Bible, and we reading about how our people was weeping over a fake deity, man, a fake god, man. And the Lord considered this to be an abomination. This is what Ezekiel said. What does you want me to say? Now you go tell your snotty-nosed Christian pastor that we looked in the Bible and realized that guess what? Christmas is against the Lord, man. Run and tell that. Tell him. Well, he gonna pat you on the back and say, it's not that serious. You've been reading into the word. And you're gonna feel like an absolute idiot, man. When you learn the truth, you feel like a fool about how much time you wasted chasing after these things in the earth. That's why the Lord considered it to be an abomination. We went into the Bible to pull it out, Bucky, y'all. Did we not go in Ezekiel and look it out? I didn't write that. Deuteronomy 14 and 4. Go to Deuteronomy 4 and 14, Baba Shaw. Let me try to get on through these things, Baba Shaw. Deuteronomy 4 and 14.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 14. And the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments, that ye might do them in the land, whither ye go over to possess it.
No matter where you go, keep the law, statutes, and commandments, right? This is the history lesson. Read on.
Verse 15. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. Lest ye corrupt yourselves.
Lest you do what?
Lest ye corrupt yourselves.
Do not corrupt yourselves with Christmas and the ways of this world. Read on.
And make you a graven image.
See, these are the things that the church won't tell you. You represent Christmas and the Christmas trees and the Santa Claus and the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Dancer, Prancer, Blitzers, On Dasher, Prance. What? Who gives a damn? Reindeer are good for meat. Good eating, if I may. Deer meat. Let me catch Rudolph doing anything around when yes. Huh? That's what he good for. The hell with flying a sleigh. Huh? He be dashing through the snow and the buckshot will go off. You know, the 3rd hour sick will be going off. Read on.
And make you a graven image and the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female.
The male or what?
The likeness.
The likeness of what?
Of male or female.
See, that was Semiramis was pushing. She was saying that his evergreen would represent who? Her son. Read on.
Verse 17. The likeness of any beast that is on the earth.
Come on.
The likeness of any winged fowl that flieth in the air. Verse 18. The likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground.
Come on.
The likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth.
Now, why is this thing being said? Because at this time, we knew there were going to be tons of images that was around us that we did not know the origin of them, man. And guess what? People that was in the earth at this time, they worship these things. Different civilizations and different cultures represented what? the fish, the birds, the snakes, the beasts. But the Lord said we should not be representing these things, man. We should not be paying attention to these things. Read on.
Verse 19.
Uh-huh.
Unless thou lift up thine eyes and unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars and all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them.
We should not do what?
Shouldest be driven to worship them.
Shouldest not be driven to worship them. Come on.
And serve them.
And do what?
And serve them.
Come on, read.
Which the Lord thy God hath divided unto all nations under the whole heaven.
Read on, brother.
Verse 20. But the Lord have taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance.
Y'all understand what this is saying? Y'all understand what this is saying? I mean, everybody has the opportunity to see the sun, the stars, and the moons. Everybody has the opportunity to see all the beasts of the fields. Everybody has the opportunity to see the rodents but guess what? The Lord said we should not worship them because none of those deities, none of those images, none of those graven images brought you out of the land of Egypt, man. None of those images brought you out of the fire. None of those things matter, man. What are we giving our time to? You ever thought about it? None of those things matter if it's not our Lord, our power, man. None of it matters. Drop that to Rosh. Y'all know what I want. Go to Jeremiah 10:2. I want Kadon to read this one for me, because it's old school right here. You know how I want you to read it too, Kadon. Give it to me. Just the way give me that thing that you do that.
What's that guy?
Put that. What old boy say on life? Give him. Yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen. Read on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Come on.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Somebody break that down for me. What that mean, Go ahead and finish it out, brother.
So like it says, learn not the way of the heathen, meaning, their customs, the things that they do. It says,
the African is a what, Quidon?
A heathen, sir.
The Romans are who, Quidon?
A heathen, sir.
The Grecians are who, bro?
A heathen,
the
sir.
bastards that was in Mesopotamia were who?
A heathen.
Ceramicists were who, Quidon?
A heathen,
That's
sir.
what we're talking about tonight,
That's
y'all.
right. That's right.
Who was this dummy woman that said ceramicists? Tammuz was heathens. So if you're celebrating Christmas, let this be the last time you do it.
Right.
These are the ways of the heathen, and the Lord gonna break it down all the way in these scriptures so we can understand what he's saying. This is in Jeremiah, right?
Come.
Jeremiah was a young man,
Right.
Going against everybody in the spirit of the Lord, man.
That's right.
Read.
Come, verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain.
The custom of who?
The people are vain.
The customs are vain. Deck the halls is vain.
Right.
Hanging up a Christmas tree is vain.
Right.
Passing out gifts is vain.
Right.
The Christmas ham and Thanksgiving and turkey and roast beef and all of it is vain. It's sad. And it means nothing to the Lord. Only thing it's designed to do in your life is create what, Bunky, y'all? Stress. Right. Read.
Come. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
They do what?
For one cutteth the tree out of the forest.
For one cutteth the tree out of the forest. What do they do with the tree once they cut it down, Quidon? So they sell it to you at these damn Christmas tree farms. Ain't that what they call them? Somebody went and bought one this week. Right. They tied it to the top of the goddamn car and drove around with branches hitting my damn truck. Oh damn, I got to get from behind you because you scratching up my paint job. That dumbass tree. Pissing me off. I'm just mad the whole time, Quidon. I got branches and what you call the thing that come from the pine needles and pine. Ooh, just burns me up this time of year. Ooh, come on.
It's like I said, if I'm not mistaken, it's an evergreen tree.
That's what it is, Quidon.
Okay.
Yeah, these traditions of this world. See, we used to do them in the world, and we didn't know what we was doing. We harming ourselves and don't even know why. You go to Big Mama house and you eat this and you fall asleep. You don't know why you falling asleep. You think you falling asleep because you full. But what you don't know is your blood sugar is through the damn roof because you done drank 4 7-Ups, a Dr. Pepper, and a Mr. Pibb. Huh? DeRosh, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Okay, I'm just making sure. Well, DeRosh don't know what I'm talking about. The old man. Yeah. So we become new creatures in the Lord, man. Right. We become brand new in here. Right. So we never touch pork again once we learn the truth. Right. We never pick up if your mama call you and say, baby, I need help with this Christmas tree, you better look at her like she crazy. You better look at her real good. You think I'm gonna touch that goddamn Christmas tree? It will be a cold day in December. You understand? You better touch your own Christmas tree. But let's find out what these heathen do with these Christmas trees. Somebody said something stupid in it, Quadon. I'm making sure. Spirit of the Lord is definitely, I love it this time of year, man. I love it because this truth stumps out the spirit of Christmas. Every year that the Lord allow us to see this time of year, this school will grow. Lord willing, we get stronger and stronger and stronger. You understand? We'll be all over the internet bashing Christmas. And now brothers will be like, man, I don't want to go to Christmas. I love it. I love it. I be waiting on an opportunity, man. You don't sell it? No, I don't.
It's a lot. That's why you say that because they feel offended when you say that.
Of course.
They look at you like you got something on top of your forehead or something.
I love it.
Me too.
I do. I do. What you say, DeRosh? Come on.
Like Officer Kodan was saying, like they look at you like there's something wrong with you.
Something is wrong with us, huh?
So what are you doing for
what's wrong with us is we hate lies. That's what's wrong with me. I hate lies. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong. Can I hate lies? Can that be wrong with me? You ever been wrong for the right reason? You ever hear that term? Huh? Read on.
Come. It says for the veins of for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe.
The workman of the axe, come on.
For verse 4, they deck it with silver and with gold.
They do what?
They deck it with silver and with gold.
Then what did this mean when they say they deck it with silver and gold?
So like I said, like the ornaments and how they decorate the tree itself.
What does that do when they decorate the tree? Let me see if y'all catch this. You know, sis, when they decorate, what does it mean when you decorate the tree? What does it do? Anybody know?
So like I said, it gives it life?
Yeah. It's like you're doing something to something that's already not living, and you're trying to give it ornaments as it's alive. Like that's why we wear the things that we wear. You know what I'm saying? We wear the charms and the necklaces, and because we're living, we want to be looked at and say that's nice. You know what I'm saying? Right. This tree does not have any life in it once you chop it down with the axe. Right. So why would you adorn something that's what dead, monkey, y'all? You see that? The same way ceramicists wanted them to believe that the tree was living, even though the tree was what dead once you chop it down. Right. The same way she wanted her son to be looked at, even though he was out of here. Right? Read on, Quadon.
Come. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
Anybody ever put up a tree in their home before? What they like? Do they get down at the base of the tree? They screw it in. Hey, is it balanced? Move it to the left. They screw it a little bit at the balance. Huh? They tighten it up. Some of the Christmas trees so thin, it don't take much. You just thin. Come on.
Come, verse 5. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not.
They don't say a word because at one point people thought that you couldn't. The tree was saying these things. Oh, they sing to the Christmas tree, right? Like the tree gonna sing back. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. Like the tree gonna say something back, Quadon. Yes, you're singing to me. The tree ain't saying nothing. Those things, people, they do these things out of fear. You know, people you say in the trees be talking, Harry Potter and all these things like that, the whispering trees, all this paganistic worship, should have you afraid of every damn thing. Have you afraid of the wind. That's what all these gods come from, because you're living out of fear. You're afraid of the sun. It must be something. It must be a sun god. You're afraid of the lightning. You're afraid of the rain. Instead of saying the Lord made all these things, and if I serve him, I'll be all right. Read on, please.
They must needs be born.
What does that mean? These things have to be carried, man. That tree can't do nothing. That tree can't harm you. But at one time, it was taught through the customs of the heathen that these trees can actually do harm to you. They can't do nothing.
That's right.
You chop that tree down, guess where it's going to go? To the ground. Right. And watch it turn brown, Kawal, over a period of time. That's the end of that, Quadon.
Sir, it says, because they cannot go, be not afraid of them.
Be what?
Be not afraid of them.
Be not afraid of them. Come on.
For they cannot do evil.
They can do what?
Cannot do evil.
Come on.
Neither also is it in them to do good.
You know why you celebrate Christmas and you terrorize your kids with it? Because you're afraid. A lot of us live in fear because we don't know any damn thing. That's why you'll tell your children, hey, Santa Claus knows when you've been good. He's know when you've been awake. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. Better not cry. Yeah, now you get it, right? You better watch out. You better not cry. Santa Claus is coming to town.
That's right.
Well, Terry, you scaring the hell out of these goddamn kids. Hey, Santa catch you sleeping, you're going to put pepper in your eyes. That little ass sleep as hell. Terrified. You don't know, you want to see Santa, but then you don't want to see Santa. What kind of crap is this, man? Come on, Quadon.
So like I said, I see the brother thing in the school, he was saying how this is supposed to be Jesus, this is the reason for the season.
Yeah.
It's his birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Santa's coming to give you presents.
Yeah.
How does that even make sense? Shouldn't Christ be the one that getting the presents? Like that's a confusion of, what we believe as something that we're supposed to worship or follow, which is the scripture said God is not the author of confusion.
Mm-hmm.
But everything about celebrating Christmas is confusion.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So like,
and not to mention that we do know Christ wasn't even born on December 25th.
That's right. He was born in the spring.
Come on. Oh, Slike, come on, Bunk.
Slike, if I may, sir. I know we go straight to Jeremiah 10:2 for the sake of time, just to get to the point, just to, drive the point in about this Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
But with respect to cultural identity, I feel it's important to talk about Jeremiah 10:1.
Come on.
And it says, hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. This is very, very important because it separates us from everybody else. The Lord calls for us to be separate. Israel are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is the reason why this is not pulled in the church.
Mm-hmm.
This goes against that Christian doctrine or philosophy. You know what I mean? So Salakia.
Man, Most High in Christ, the water out. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Come on, Darash, you was about to say something?
Khan, I just want to make a statement. Just the traditions of Christmas, you're teaching the children that it's okay to lie. So the fact that you're telling them that there's a Santa Claus, he's going to come down the chimney, all the lies that come with it, and then the child finally realizes that Santa Claus is not real. He just has a awakening to understand that, hey, my parents taught me this. So
and it's so sadistic too, Darash. A great point out. My son, he go to school saying, I don't believe in Santa Claus. And these babies are so strong because we teach them why they don't believe in Santa Claus. The babies are strong, man. And then they go to school and they tell other kids they don't believe in Santa Claus. And yet and still the earth still put children on this guy's lap. Please. Let go.
Come on. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12. Mm-hmm. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over thee. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. So, like, if I may, like you said, everybody always say we do it for the kids. That's the excuse they use when it comes to Christmas, and it's like, well, you the one that, are you the parents or the kids the parents?
Right.
You understand? And then of course, the brother buying some Christmas gift because he want to make sure he get his wife something, to make her happy.
No, let's tell the truth about this. You know why men spend money on Christmas gifts?
Why is that, sir?
Most of their wives are ex-prostitutes. If you buy something nice, you just might get lucky.
Right.
You might get the touchdown tonight.
Right.
if you be the good little boy and buy a nice gifts.
Right.
Huh? That woman talk trash to you all year long.
That's right.
On Christmas Eve, she get the batting her eyes and she gets so nice.
Right.
She be real nice to you. Come December, it just all of a sudden you a husband. You been an NICCA all year. And come Christmas time, he's the apple of my eye, my knight in shining armor. She want that car with that bow on it.
That's right.
It's so you think about how naive we used to be in the world, Akim. Not knowing nothing from nothing, giving so much time and money and energy in the pursuit of really losing your life. We think we're pursuing things that fulfill us in life, but the fulfillment in life causes us to actually step back in life. You see all these millionaires and all the wickedness that they're doing, Puff Daddy and all this stuff coming out about Puff. You would think he should represent the ultimate sign of success. But you realize in the pursuit of success, how many people he's wrong, man. How many people you actually hurt from day to day trying to be successful. And you tell us we wrong for serving the Lord? We wrong for keeping the law, statutes, and commandments? I think about each and every last one of the brothers or sisters that come into the school. Oh my goodness. Some of the stories I hear, I'm thankful for each and every last one of your faces. Because I can only imagine what type of person you would be outside of here. And if you was a good person, then you would be used and abused by people who were evil. You understand? That was meant to tear you down. And if you made it in here, then the Lord can use you to be the perfect person who you said you are. And if you was on the other side of that spectrum, some evil, despicable person, the Lord is going to use you to do the right thing in here, man. You got to be willing to go through it. You had some bunk, y'all?
No, I just wanted to add on to because what Trooper Darash said was very powerful. He said that as a parent, you're teaching your kids to lie, and the inverse, the paradox of that is that not only are you teaching them to lie, you're teaching them it's okay to be lied to.
Right.
This is the reason why we find so much value in these false ways, and it's appropriate, and it's just a never-ending cycle. And we talk about we breaking generational curses. You're actually creating a curse. Salakia.
Proverbs 3:31. Who got it? Come on, hit me with it. I'm gonna get on up out of here.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31.
Go ahead.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Go ahead.
And choose none of his ways.
We celebrate Christmas because we envy the oppressor. You want your white Christmas because you represents the oppressor. You think you're gonna have the same smile in the car in the driveway, and you think about all the songs we used to sing growing up, not knowing this truth. Walking in the winter wonderland. Boys to Men, let it snow. Y'all know. You taking the Temptations, all these songs are created to keep you lost, man. Some of the most all-time selling albums represent Christmas. You think of every major artist that you can think of, guess what? They have them create a Christmas album. All the artists you like, Whitney Houston, Christmas album. Mariah Carey, Christmas album. Chris Brown, Christmas album. They create Tyler Perry. You gotta remember what's the one I used to love watching this time of year? Home Alone. Badass little devil. Play all the tricks. You laughing the whole time. That's what it really boils down to. Crooks and thieves. Come on, what you got? What you got, Mary?
The Christmas Story used to be mine.
The Christmas Story.
Yeah.
And we sit around. Hey, Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas. Ain't that what it be? He had a football. He pulled a foot. Yeah. All these things become nostalgic for us, man. It pulls us right back into the world. And guess what they just released today? The Color Purple. Why did they release it on Christmas Day? That's a remake of it, brother. And they singing and oh my goodness, man. They know exactly how to pull the blanket over our eyes, Squaw. They see us coming a mile away. The only thing that saves you is this truth, Drop that. Let me go Deuteronomy 18 and 9. I'm gonna run through a few of these real quick, these few precepts about this Christmas, okay?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 9.
Come on.
When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee,
Mm-hmm.
thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations.
Thou shalt not learn to do what?
Thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations.
We learned the abomination was our people celebrate weeping for who earlier, Quadon? Yeah, that was an abomination because we was amongst the other nations during this time. Read on, Quadon. That's it right there.
Law, sir.
Come on, read.
After the abominations of those nations.
Of the other who?
Of those nations.
So this I'm going to what the bunch y'all said earlier. This shows a clear separation between us and everybody else. Because it said, learn not the abomination of those nations. Because they do abominable things that go against serving the Lord. Read on.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch.
Read on.
Verse 11. Or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer.
Read on.
Verse 12. For all that do these things.
For who?
For all that do these things.
So what is the Lord saying right here? Among these other nations, you're going to find people who are charmers, right? You're going to find necromancers. You understand? You're going to find people who seek out the familiar spirits. Hey, think about all the lies and all the things that they lied to us about. These are the other nations that the Lord warned us about. Read.
For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord.
So you can't say that you don't know. You not knowing cannot be an excuse anymore because you was what? You was warned. You was told. Read on.
And because of these abominations, the Lord thy God doeth drive them out from before thee.
Right. Read on.
Verse 13. Thou shalt be perfect.
Y'all shall be what?
Thou shalt be perfect.
Now you can't be perfect. Read it again.
Thou shalt be perfect.
Nah, brother, all of us make mistakes, brother. Come on.
Thou shalt be perfect.
Well, you know, it's what's in your heart. You should be what?
Thou shalt be perfect.
Read on.
With the Lord thy God.
See, you can be perfect with the Lord thy God. You know, just because you burn a piece of toast don't mean you're not perfect, right? That's what Christians think. You hit your foot while walking in the door. You say that ain't perfect. That ain't what it's talking about. Right. Being perfect in the Lord is following the law, statutes, and commandments, and not following after these other nations, man. That's how you be perfect. Not celebrating Christmas is how you be perfect. Not celebrating Thanksgiving is how you be perfect in the Lord thy God. Drop that. Oh, we got to run through these real quick. About which I got about what? 2 or 3 more minutes. Matthew 15 and 9, Bible Show. We're just gonna read these Y'all go back and check them out for your precepts. Matthew 15 and 9.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 9.
Come on.
But in vain they do worship me.
They do what?
But in vain they do worship me.
See, in Christmas, they say they worship the Lord in this time of year, right? They doing these things in vain. Read on.
Teaching for doctrines the commandments
of who?
Of men.
Read on.
Verse 10. And he called the multitude.
Stop. Y'all see what we represent? They say they love the Lord, but they doing these things in what? In vain. After the commandments of men. Drop that. First Mark 7 and 9. Y'all go back and read them. Y'all get a chance to. Come on.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 9.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandment.
You do what?
Full well ye reject the commandment of God,
Mm-hmm.
that ye may keep your own tradition.
What traditions are we talking about? Traditions of what? Christmas. See, we tell you the truth about what thus says the Lord, but you reject that. But you want to celebrate that Christmas, though, man. That does not represent what thus says the Lord. Drop that. 1 Corinthians 12 and 2.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12, and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ye know that ye were Gentiles,
Uh-huh.
carried away unto these dumb idols.
Just carried unto what?
These dumb idols.
Nah, they smart idols.
Dumb idols.
Nah, it's the winter wonderland.
Dumb idols.
Santa Claus is a what?
Dumb idol.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer is a what?
Dumb idol.
Frosty the snowman.
Even as ye were led.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You see what I'm saying? Frosty the snowman. Ain't these things, they all dumb idols, man. Just like Tammuz and Semiramis and Osiris and Isis, Ishtar, Esther. The list goes on, Quadon. What are we doing? Drop that. 1 Corinthians 8 and 4. Come on.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 8, verse 4.
Come on.
As concerning, therefore, the eating of those things.
The eating of what?
The eating of those things.
So they're going to break down why you eating the ham and the chitlins and the hog mouth. Huh? Read on.
Those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols.
You see, what you don't understand is that whole Christmas dinner is offered for a sacrifice unto another dumb idol. Read on.
We know that an idol is nothing in the world.
Uh-huh.
And that there is none other God but one.
There's what?
There is none other God but one.
Please read on.
Verse 5. For though there be that are called gods, little g, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many.
Read the next verse.
Verse 6.
Uh-huh.
But to us,
but to who?
But to us.
What does the word signify? What does the word us signifies?
The Israelites, sir.
And
the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Most High in Christ. You understand? Give them a hand, man. And it also denotes that there's what? There's a them too. You get what I'm saying? It takes, and am I saying that word right, Bunk, y'all? It denotes that there's a them and there's a us. But unto us, read on.
There is but one God.
There's but what?
But one God.
Ain't number one God, man. So when you get here talking about the Tammuz and Nimrod and all these other crap that they want us to worship in the earth, just remember they ain't number one God, man. Read on.
The Father, of whom are all things, and we in him, and one Lord Jesus Christ.
Come on, man. Read.
By whom are all things, and we by him.
One last verse, Isaiah 41 and 10. So we can dispel the lies of Christmas. And get on up out of here. Once again, we're the I.S.U.P.K, man. We rocking, man. We right down here. Y'all have any questions about anything that you've heard tonight? You know what I'm saying? Feel free to lock in. We at 205 West Russell Street down here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, man. Y'all come kick it with us. Don't listen. Let this be your last Christmas. If you celebrated Christmas and if you listening to the words that the Lord has given me to speak to y'all, man, hey, let this be the last time you celebrate Christmas. Let this be the last time you pull that ham or that turkey out and you sit it on that table. Don't fall for the lies of the earth. It's 2023. It's something that you do not understand. Come get with the I.S.U.P.K, and we'll break it down to you. We all over the internet. We all over the airways. You cannot run from this truth anymore. The Lord is asking us to separate from this place before He destroy it. Come on, Darash.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10.
Please.
Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Verse 11.
Stop. That's something that a Christmas gift cannot do. You understand? A Christmas gift can't lift you up. A Christmas gift can't get you out of that depression that you're dealing with. That Christmas gift can't have, it won't allow you to deal with that anxiety that you're dealing with. A lot of us don't, we don't have a lot to give to one another. But the one thing that we can give, and it don't cost you anything, is brotherhood and sisterhood. You understand? You just have to make the natural sacrifice to love one another. And you can only show that love in following the Most High, His law, statutes, and commandments. There's not a Christmas gift or a tree that you can hang up or any lights around your goddamn home that's going to strengthen your brotherhood. You understand? It's about what you do from day to day that allows us to get stronger together. And it's not about Christmas. It's not about a gift, and it's damn sure ain't about that ham or turkey or the ham hocks that you have on the damn table. It's about us willing to understand that we serve a God that is not an idol. He's the only one true living God, man, of this Bible. And He's the God of the so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, the greatest people that ever walked the face of the earth. You understand? And that's what we have to be. That's our mindset when we conquer this earth. You want to learn how to conquer your fears? You know how to overcome anything that you're dealing with? Learn to serve the Lord, man, wholeheartedly. Give up all them little insecurities, all the little things that you're afraid of, give them up. All the little things that you don't understand, seek counsel for it. And watch it work. And with that's my time. Bring the brother to do these announcements, Baba Kashar.
Shalom, we the I.S.U.P.K. We at I.S.U.P.K. start at 1 West 125th Street Hall, New York. New rule for brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months which the brother and sister will court each other. After a 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3:8-10 means 10th in Hebrew. It's pronounced Ma'ashera. 10% of any penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds, a free will offer for priests is not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the Feast of Purim, 14th and 15th day of the 12th month, Thursday the 22nd of February, and the Friday the 23rd. You can find us in Esther chapter 9, 20-31. All right. Also, too, look out for Commander YAHANNA's Miracle on Fire. It's every Monday. All the podcast web shows, like, share, subscribe, thumbs up. Also, the Lord's only 55th annual Passover is going to be held right here in North Carolina in Durham. All right. So make your arrangements. Pay a Passover fee. Go to www.I.S.U.P.K.com. Pay a Passover fee. You need booking for hotels. Contact your camp leader. Get the link sent out to you, all right? If anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf with that Imadium. Men of Israel, we're going to win the one courtesy to the teacher. Men of Israel, about a Shabbat, Imadium. Barak. Yajbatah, Sarah, turn face sisters. Sisters Imadium. Men of Israel, we're gonna bring the one curse to the sisters. Men of Israel, men of Israel, Madam Shabbat, Mariam, Barak. Yajumatah, class dismissed. Buddy.